Backwards, it's going to be down by number 82 there for Hand, who is Zach Suppies. We are early in this game, no score yet.
Will take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Guilford's first possession will start at about the just across the 30-yard line. They have a good quarterback, number 7, Josh Powell, and an outstanding running back, their tailback. Handed off to the tailback, number 16, and he's a big runner for Guilford.
That's James Levent. Kent, he's a 5'11", 170-pound senior. He has over 1,000 yards on the season.
About a 5-yard gain.
Well, that was a long walk from down the front.
Well, welcome to the top of the press box. We had to make your way up through a lot of people here.
A lot of people here today on Thanksgiving morning.
So Lovett makes 5 yards on the first carry from scrimmage, right up to the 35. Josh Powell and James Levitt will get the bulk of the work. It's a run across the middle, gain of a yard or two, and that's it.
Make the stop for the Tigers.
Tackled by Kingsley and Connolly in the middle of the line for Hand. This game got going so quickly here, we haven't had time to name many of the players. We will try to get them as we go here. Matt Mesa and Ryan Connolly are the two down linemen. On either side are Colin Johnson and Zach Suppies. Those are the front four on defense for Hand. It's a pass play. It looks like Josh Powell rolling, throwing. He's intercepted by Ryan Milligan. Ryan Milligan picks it up at about the 50, takes it back to the 45, 46.
The Indian 47-yard line.
Senior quarterback and defensive backer for Hand, number 11, Ryan Milligan, intercepts with 9:13 to go in the first quarter.
Josh Powell is a good passer for Guilford, but it is a cold day, which will make passing more difficult than normal. Hand had the first possession, 3 and out with a punt. Guilford the second possession, 2 plays and an interception. Run this time by Jeff Monroe across the middle for 2 or 3 yards.
Monroe punted for 2 or 3 yards.
That's Jeff Monroe, who picks up the tough yardage out of the fullback slot.
Kent, the Indians have an experienced defense. They only start one underclassman, and it's sophomore Chris Sott. He's the defensive backer, number 25. He's 6 foot, 185 pounds.
Hand's got 2 receivers to the right here. And it's a delay to Noble and a thrown for a loss. In on that play was number 55 for Guilford.
Noble in the backfield.
55 is Brian White. He's a guard linebacker, 6 foot 190 linebacker for Guilford. Made a good defensive play. They're down about 11. We played about 4 minutes in this game and no score. Ryan Milligan rolling right, looking to throw. Now he's going to throw to Walby, incomplete. Might have been tipped by the defensive backfield man for Guilford.
Number 3, TJ Brown. He's their big threat wide receiver. He's 6'4", big, tall youngster, senior, 170 pounder.
He's a good receiver and also plays on defense. Tipped it away from Greg Walby. 4th and long again. Hand's first two possessions have not made a first down yet. Mike Hominick to punt for the second time. 1 return man back for Guilford. And Guilford is peeling back the block. It's picked up at about the 16 and a lot of black shirts there. Fumble, Ryan Milligan makes the hit. And it's recovered by Hand. I didn't see who got the ball. Chris Gavin was in there and James Kingsley. A Guilford man actually handed it back to the referee, but they ruled it that Hand had recovered that fumble. Ryan Connolly made the hit.
A big hit on, that was TJ Brown. Hand is in good field position.
Hand has had 2 turnovers already. They haven't capitalized yet, but they're in good field position here, down at about the 17. Milligan hands off to Darrell Noble, and Noble
on the flat.
right into the line and a yard or two, and that's it.
He was brought down by John Massarella, the senior linebacker, number 57.
Well, to 16, about a 2-yard gain by Darrell Noble. It's going to be tough running out there. The ground is frozen. It's hard. Jeff Monroe at fullback, Darrell Noble at tailback, Ryan Milligan the quarterback, and a flag before the play gets started.
Markers on the play.
Ken, earlier we were out here, Steve and I, and the field is frozen, and we thought the sun was shining brightly earlier this morning. We thought maybe it would soften it up, but I tell you, the high clouds here are going to keep this field very hard. It's harder than a harder.
3. Handed off to the first man, Monroe, and Monroe carrying it inside the 5, down to about the 3. Jeff Monroe. That will give him a handoff, first down inside the 5-yard line. First and goal.
The left tackle, Greg Anastasio, made the tackle on Monroe.
With that 5-yard penalty, Jeff Monroe easily got the first down at about the 3. First and goal for Hand. It's a tight formation with a receiver split wide each side. It's handed off to Monroe. He's going near the goal line, and we'll look for a signal.
Close.
The referee looked like he was about to raise his arm, but hasn't done it yet. So it's stopped just outside the goal line.
Andy Viscami on the stop. Jeff Monroe has almost 600 yards on the 96 season. And he has an average of 5.5 yards per carry.
Excellent yards per carry. Hand has 3 more cracks at the goal here from about 6 inches out. Handed off to Dan Anderson, it looks like, and Anderson is going to be stopped short. They're not going to give it to him.
Anderson right at the middle, but there was no room. The Indians stocked it right up in the middle. And Andy Viscami again on the stop.
3rd and goal. In a matter of inches. Chad Taylor over the ball at center. Right guard is Matt Mesa. Right tackle is Ryan Connolly. It's a power eye strung to the right this time for Hand. And that's Darrell Noble. Oh, Noble up high. And I don't believe they're going to give it to him.
He's going to be short. That ball is
Once again, short of the goal line.
his own inches away from the white stripe.
3 shots at it here, and Hand has not scored yet.
The Indians are digging in.
4th down. 4th down, and they can't put the ball any closer to the goal. Anderson, Monroe, Noble in the backfield. Pitch wide to stopped short. Darrell Noble trying to take it wide to the right and does not get in. So a big goal line stand by Guilford early in this game.
Josh Powell in on the stop, corralling number 34, Darrell Noble, just short of the end zone, and the Indians will take over on their own 1-yard line with 4:43 to go in the first quarter. No score on Thanksgiving Day from Strong Field.
That looked like good scouting there, Gabe. They knew that Hand would probably go to the right with Strong to the right. But Guilford has 99 yards to go. Josh Powell wedges it out to the 5. He's the quarterback, and he also made that big tackle to stop Hand from scoring early in the game. Actually, we're down to 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. So far, it's been a defensive struggle. Hand has had 2 turnovers from Guilford, but has not capitalized on them. 2nd down, about 6. It's run to the right this time, and he's going to be stopped near the 5-yard line.
Mark Bergali in on the stop for the Tigers.
And Matt Mesa there, too. James Kingsley. 3rd down and 5. We got it to about the 6-yard line. If Hand can stop this play, they'll keep the ball in their end of the field. Hand digging in on defense. Guilford with 3 receivers to the near side of the field. They've only got 2 men covering them. It's a run up the middle and close to a first down. He is very close to it.
Davis Chamberlain.
First down for Guilford. Just got it.
Davis Chamberlain, the big fullback,
Carries the ball for an Indian first
picks
down.
up the first down for the Indians, and it keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10.
That was a big play for Guilford because Hen had him in the hole there if they could have stopped him. First down for Guilford. Ball is now across the 10 at about the 12. And it's a run to the right this time. Gains 2 or 3, brings it to the 15. About a 3-yard gain.
So far in the ball game, they're having to corral Jimmy Levent. Tigers doing a good job against the run.
He's number 16, the tailback for Guilford. And he carried it again to the right and tackle right near the line of scrimmage. That was Connolly and Kingsley in on the tackle. 3rd and long again for Guilford. The last time they had 3rd and 5 and made it. This game is fairly simple, Gabe. All they have to do is stop these 3rd down plays and then get the ball back.
A very quick first quarter, only 2 minutes to go.
This may be a pass play. Josh Powell has still got the ball rolling, looking to throw. And a man wide open near the 30. Complete pass to number 45. And it is fumbled. And a scramble for the ball, and Milligan's after it. Milligan has got the ball. Ryan Milligan makes the fumble recovery after a completed pass clear up to the 47.
That's the second big defensive play for Ryan Milligan. He intercepted Josh Powell's first pass attempt, and here picks up the fumble recovery.
I didn't see who made that tackle and stripped the ball from the ball carrier, but it was a good pass play. Man was wide open.
That was Ian Andrews, the big tight end, 6'2", 215-pounder for the Indians.
So the 3rd turnover in this first quarter for Hen, and there goes Monroe. Monroe still going. Monroe takes it near the 30. First down, about a 15-yard gain.
Josh Powell had him around the ankles, and Jeff got away and got down to the 30-yard line, picked up a first down. 1st and 10 for the Tigers with 1:36 to go in the first quarter, and they're driving once again with the ball on the 30-yard line.
And has a first down there, and they haven't had many so far this game. Ryan Milligan. Milligan rolling to the left. He's got a lot of room to run over there. Wide open corner. Cuts it back, and Ryan Milligan all the way.
30-yard run.
Touchdown, no flags.
Beautiful run by Ryan Milligan.
Ryan Milligan had a wide open left corner. It was totally sealed off with the blocking over there on that side.
The only man to catch him was number 56, Greg Anastasio, and he put a little move on him, and he went right into the end zone for 6 points.
Guilford may have done a good job of scouting Darrell Noble and Jeff Monroe, but they got to remember that Ryan Milligan can really run. Conversion try by Greg Walby. Scott Roberts the holder, Chris Gavin the snapper. Good snap, good placement. Up and good. Greg Walby puts it through with 1:08 left first quarter. Hand leads 7-0. Has had 3 turnovers in the first quarter and has finally capitalized. Scores first in this game with 1:08 left. Greg Walby hits a ground ball and it's still bouncing around, picked up at about the 23. And Kingsley's got him around the ankles, brought down at the 30.
Makes the tackle for the Tigers.
James Kingsley makes the tackle.
On a 30-yard line.
This stuff is off the glass.
Hand is has had some big breaks in this first quarter with 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 1 interception. They finally capitalized on one of them and scored. It's going to go to the right this time, and their good ball carrier takes it forward for about 5 yards. That's James Levitt.
Danny Anderson, number 38, putting the finishing touches on the tackle.
About a 5-yard gain when there really wasn't anything there. He's a good runner.
Under 1 minute to go in the first quarter, Tigers lead it by the score of 7-0 on a 30-yard run by senior quarterback Ryan Milligan.
Josh Powell, the quarterback, and another run to the right. That's Levitt again, and breaks a tackle, breaks another one, still going over there. Finally pushed out of bounds near midfield. That's a big run.
He ran right through the arms of number 21, T.J. Naylor.
Hunter Morris in on defense for a hand. Run to the right, the defense for a hand. In at the inside linebackers are Dan Anderson and James Kingsley. Been there most of the year. It's a short run up the middle. And a quarterback keeper, wasn't it? Quarterback keeps, gains a yard and a half.
And on that play, they had Colin Johnson, number 28, lined up as a down lineman on the inside next to Ryan Connolly.
That's the end of the first quarter.
First quarter runs out with that play. Very quick first quarter. We don't mind the cold weather as long as it keeps going.
No.
Hand had 3 turnovers from Guilford, gifts in that first quarter, and scored once. So the score is 7-0. Daniel Hand leading Guilford after 1 period. We switch into the field for quarter number 2. Guilford, 2nd down and 9 to go at the 47. We welcome Paul Sprague to the camera while Steve Fuse goes downstairs and thaws out his fingers. Josh Powell hands it off to James Levitt. Levitt goes to the right, breaks a tackle, finally brought down by T.J. Naylor. Naylor, a short tackle that time.
Levitt picked up about 7-8 yards on that carry off the right side.
Guilford must have their strong blocking to the right. They seem to run most of those plays with their tailback toward the right, slanting to the right.
Wide receiver number 2, James O'Brien, is checked into the ball game for the Indians.
Powell looking to throw, and he's being pursued. That's Connolly over there after him. And Ryan Connolly throws him out of bounds. Ryan Connolly from the down line position pursued the quarterback clear to the sideline.
I tell you, Ryan Connolly possesses great speed. He's all over the field, left to right, back in the defensive backfield. He's like a cat out there.
Brian DeConcilius flushed the quarterback, but Ryan Connolly was the one that ran him down. A timeout for Guilford before we run the 4th down and a long 2.
Timeout, Guilford.
Guilford called a timeout to discuss this play. It's a 4th down and almost 2 yards to go. Ball at the 47. They are not in punt formation. They're going to go for it, or at least they're going to try to pull hand offside. They're going to run the play to the left, and he's going to be tackled.
Greg Wallaby, he doesn't stop.
Tackled short of the line of scrimmage. Greg Wallaby makes a tackle over there, and quarterback had no chance on that one.
So the Tigers will take over at about the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for them with 11:05 to go in the second quarter.
They have been making about 5 or 6 yards per carry from their good ball carrier in the tailback slot, Levitt, but they didn't do it that time, and they paid for it. Hand takes over to 47, pitch wide to Darrell Noble. Noble with a hole. Noble 10 yards, 12, 13 yards.
Takes it around the right side for about 15 yards. First down, Tigers.
Darrell Noble his longest run so far in this game.
John Massarelli on the stop. He just picked up Darrell Noel, threw it to the ground.
First down for Hand at the 38. Hand does not try to pass yet. This is run by Jeff Monroe. Big hole up the middle, and he gains about 7.
What a great running attack with Darrell Noble and Jeff Monroe in the backfield.
Not quite 7. They give him about 6, I guess.
Tigers come into this ball game riding a 3-game winning streak, defeating North Haven, East Haven, and Hillhouse. And the Indians of Guilford arrive here at Strong Field, coming off a loss against East Haven.
Second down on long 4 for Hand.
Hand is fired up now.
Hand called a timeout before they can get the play off. They didn't have everybody in the right position there. That's Hand's first timeout of the first half. Hand had to burn a timeout there to get all their personnel in the right position. Hand it off to Milligan, and Darrell Noble breaks through for a big hole. Got a first down across the 30, down there the 28.
Josh Paulin on the stop for the Indians, number 7. He's their quarterback. Darrell over the left side of the offensive line.
Darrell Noble hitting the line hard. First down for Hand.
Again, he went right through that hole. He turned sideways and then squared himself up as he passed the offensive line.
Ryan Milligan holds the ball and is going to lose the yard.
Andy Viscami, number 60, a right tackle in on the stop for Guilford.
The defensive line for Guilford came through there, 2 or 3 men, and Milligan had no place to go. Lost about 1.5 yards.
The average weight of the Indians' defensive line is 209 pounds.
Second and almost 12 for Hand, and it's run by Jeff Monroe up the middle. There's a flag. Flag thrown down the line of scrimmage, actually in Hand's backfield.
Monroe carries the ball for the Tigers. There is a flag on the play. Be a motion penalty against the Tigers.
Motion penalty against Hand.
Timmy Sullivan checks out the ball game. Danny Anderson checks in. We can probably see Danny in the slot.
Bringing up second, about 16 for the Tigers.
They'll replay second down, but now it's second and long.
There should be a passing play for the Tigers.
Have they tried to pass yet, Gabe? I can't remember. I believe they've thrown one. They haven't completed any yet, I don't believe.
He threw one to Greg Wallaby, which was deflected by T.J. Brown.
Second and long for Hand. Milligan is rolling. Now he's got the opening. He breaks through. Milligan all the way. Milligan takes it in.
Ken, you know who made that play happen? Was co-captain number 52, Matt Mesa. He turned around to level the block and opened up the path for Milligan to get through and score his second touchdown of the morning, and the Tigers win 13-0.
That was a big run by Milligan. The blocking was excellent in front of that, and Milligan made a good cutback. And second touchdown with 8.5 minutes left before halftime. Chris Gavin, the snapper, Scott Roberts, the holder, Greg Walby to kick a conversion. And Walby puts it through. Hand leads 14-0.
Trying to keep my toes warm.
quarterback, Ryan Milligan, has had a big game so far. 2 very good touchdown runs.
And 2 good defensive plays here. Fumble recovery and an interception.
That's right. Bobby hits a ground ball. It's going toward the sideline. They're going to let it go out of bounds at about the 22.
Kickoff trickles out of bounds.
Nobody wanted to try to pick that up, but that's a good option. If it goes out of bounds, they get it to the 35.
Indians will take over on their own 35-yard line.
Ryan Milligan has had 2 touchdowns scored. He's intercepted a pass, recovered a fumble so far. Outside of that, he hasn't done much. Quarterback run, Levitt going to the far side. Dan Anderson got him wrapped up.
Number 82, Jack Suppy, was in the backfield to disrupt that play, and the rest of the teammates came in and finished it off.
It's a loss of a yard or so.
Makes a stop for the Tigers.
James Levitt running to the left, looking for a place to run, and Hand had that one well defensed. The secondary for Hand is Ryan Milligan playing center field and safety, last line of defense. It's run this time to the left again by Levitt, and he's a good runner. He gets clear up to the 40-yard line, gains about 7 or 8.
Ryan Milligan and Danny Anderson on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Indians with 7:39 to go in the second quarter. Big play for the Indians here. A long 3rd down play.
3rd and almost 5 at the 40. Guilford with 3 receivers to the right side, looking to throw. Josh Powell. Now Powell cuts it loose. Incomplete pass in and out of the hands of the receiver.
Goes number 2, Jimmy O'Brien. He slipped. He made his cut. We were watching in the pregame warm-up that some of the receivers are having a little bit of a problem with their footing because the field is frozen.
That pass, however, was right there. He tried to catch it while he was on the ground, but he could not bring it in. Guilford's first punt of this game. Hand drops. Darrell Noble back deep to receive. It's a high snap, and Josh Powell's got a poor kick off the side of his foot, and it doesn't go very far. That's going to roll dead at about the 47.
That's a 7-yard punt.
That was about a 6 or 7 yard punt for the Indians.
The line of scrimmage was a 35, and it went to the 47. He didn't hit that one very well.
Tigers get the ball in Guilford's territory with 6:59 to go to the half.
Plenty of time here for Hand. And they get the benefit of a very short punt. And hand it off to Monroe, who gains a yard, and that's a tough one.
Greg Anastasio in on the stop for the Indians, number 56.
Jeff Monroe, a tough yard, right up the middle over right guard, right tackle. Second and 9 for Hand, just across the 45. Dan Anderson's now in at fullback. Tim Sullivan in motion. And that's Darrell Noble going to the right. Noble breaks through, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, takes it clear down to the 26.
He got through Johnny Marcella, number 57, and number 56, Greg Anastasio, had to finish him off. That would have been another touchdown for the Tigers.
First down for Hand. Darrell Noble with a big gainer.
Hand is knocking on the door once again. They have the ball at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, 6:11 to go. They're looking to put their 3rd score on the board. They lead it 14-0.
We have an official's brief timeout as number 56 limped off for, that's Anastasio. He's one of their good players. Limped off after that, making that tackle. first down at the 26. Sullivan in motion to this side. And there's Noble going forward for about a yard. That's it.
Chris Conte, the junior, in on the stop for the Indians, number 58. Greg Walby checks in the ball game as Ryan Supernat comes out.
Greg Walby brings in a play for a hand. And it's going to split wide to the left. He's got single coverage over here. That's a good matchup. One of Guilford's best players is playing him one-on-one. And a roll and a throw to Sullivan. Incomplete pass in and out of his arms as the tackle was being made. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9.
Pass to Sullivan, incomplete. 3rd and 10 from Daniel Hand.
Walby cleared out deep and Sullivan came in under, but was not able to handle a pass.
Jeff Monroe comes in. He has the play from Coach Steve Filippone.
3rd down and 9 yards to go. They need to get almost to the 15. Ryan Milligan slips as he goes back, and now he's being wrapped up and throws it incomplete, aiming for Kingsley with a man hanging on to him. There's a flag late.
And that was after the play.
Late flag on the play.
Ineligible receiver downfield. That play did not start out well as Milligan slipped coming away from center.
He's trying to plant his right foot and he slipped down.
Andy Elting out of the game. In is Dan Anderson. They may want to, that will bring up a 4th down if they refuse it. They're going to refuse it.
Penalty will be declined. 4th down.
4th and long. 4th and 9 for Hand. They need to get to the 15 to keep this drive going. Ryan Milligan looking to throw to Walby over there.
Makes the
catch. Complete pass. Beautiful catch by Greg Walby, who launched himself in the air and reached back and caught that ball.
Went right around Josh Powell, number 7. 2 big guys out there. Josh Powell goes 6'3", and Greg goes about 6'1", 6'2" himself.
Big 4th down conversion for Hand just inside the 10. 1st and goal.
Mark Bergami, number 22, is in at tailback. Darrell Noble has come out of the ball game.
And Bergami's going to carry the ball, and he's not going to get much, maybe a yard.
The big line, left tackle, number 56, Greg Anastasio, in again on the stop for the Indians.
He's the man who limped off a little bit ago, but didn't stay out long. I'm glad he wasn't hurt. Darrell Noble back in the game, brings in a play. 2nd and goal from the 8. Greg Walby wide to the left this time. Milligan hands off to Anderson. Anderson takes it near the 5.
To about the 5-yard line.
That's about a 3-yard gain.
John Mazzarella in on the stop for Guilford. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter.
Just speculating here, Gabe, if they don't make this, a field goal try wouldn't be out of the question here. We'll first see what happens on 3rd down. Hand has trips left. 3 receivers flooded to the left side of the field, including Darrell Noble. And there's Milligan looking to throw. And Walby wants a flag.
And there it is.
Walby wants a flag.
That flag was stuck in the referee's pocket. It wouldn't come out. I saw him running up there trying to pull it out.
Flag on the play.
That's a 1st down for Hand inside the 5. Greg Walby was lobbying for the interference call, but we didn't see it for a while.
I think he got a little bit of a push there forward, and the Tigers are going to get 4 more cracks at it inside the 5-yard line.
On that play with 3 receivers split to the left, Darrell Noble was in the slot left, and he went toward the far left corner of the end zone. He was wide open, actually.
The distance to the goal.
They spot the ball at the 2.5-yard line.
And a 1st down.
1st and goal for Hand at about the 2.5. Plenty of time. We got 3:19 showing on the clock before the half. It's run by Darrell Noble to the right. He's not going to get there. He's close.
With the carry around the right side.
And Guilford acts like they think they have the ball. What do we got here?
I think we're going to have 2nd and goal for the Tigers.
I don't see any signal. Somebody yanked the ball out of Darrell Noble's hand, but it was after the play had been whistled dead. 2nd and goal. Noble only gained about 1 where they spotted it. And down at the other end of the field, Gabe, Hand had 4 cracks in like this and did not put it in the end zone. Power eye, there's Jeff Monroe. Jeff Monroe scores. Jeff Monroe wedges it in. Man, he didn't get it by much.
Not much, but he got in there. The nose of the ball has to break the paint down there.
Big number 74, Matt DeConcilius, who the biggest player Hand has, was right ahead of that run.
That's the 20th point in the ball game for the Tigers with 2:39 to go to halftime.
Greg Walby to try his 3rd conversion. Scott Roberts the holder. Walby kicks it up and kicks it good. 21-0.
Walby's kick is good, and with 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the half, the Tigers lead 21-0.
After Hand's 3rd score, Greg Walby will kick off back to Guilford, and he's been kicking them all ground balls the last time the ball went out of bounds. Usually he pulls them to the left a little bit.
3 scores in the ball game, and Brian Milligan has 2, and Jeff Monroe has the other one.
Greg Walby, and he hits another ground ball. It's rolling to the left and rolling out of bounds. Again, same place it went out the last time.
Pickup goes out of bounds again at about the same spot.
He needs to tee that thing up about 10 yards further to the right, Gabe. That's a shame because nobody was going to pick that up and do anything with it, and it went out about the 22.
Well, the Indians will have 2 minutes and 39 seconds to try to put some points on the board before they go in at halftime. The Tigers lead at 21-0.
Guilford with 2 receivers split to the left. And it's a run back to the right, and that's Josh Levitt, and tackled hard.
Colin Johnson. In on the stop for the Tigers.
Colin Johnson and Mark Bergami up the left. Levitt on the play.
So they're going to give him about
a yard and a half, maybe, yeah. But a good stuff of the run, actually, to the right side. In on defense for Hand are Mark Bergami, Jeff Monroe are the 2 men protecting the corner. Colin Johnson, Zach Suppies, Ryan Conley. Ryan Conley runs a man down for a loss. A sack by Ryan Conley. I was watching Ryan all the way on that play. He got blocked by 2 men. Kept his feet, kept rolling, kept out going to the right until he saw an opening and then just zeroed right in on the quarterback, ran him down.
An excellent play by Ryan Connolly, and that's going to make it 3rd and 11 with 1:35 to go to halftime.
Ryan Connolly from that nose tackle position goes all over the field, and probably a pass play by Guilford. Josh Powell looking to throw. It's a slant in pass, complete, short of a first down. Incomplete pass anyway.
He was trying to hit Jimmy O'Brien, the 5'9", 130-pound wide receiver senior for the Indians. That's going to make it 4th down.
He was about a yard or 2 short of a first down had that even been caught.
Josh Powell, the cornerback, is back to punt.
And he had a short one the last time. Darrell Noble back to receive. Hand looks like they're ready to rush this. It's a better punt this time. A floater. Darrell Noble comes up, fumbles it, and recovers at about the 42.
Noble loses the ball, but recovers. Indians injured on the play.
Number 45 down for Guilford, who was trying to recover that ball before Darrell Noble could get it. Andrews is down. We will take a short break for an injury timeout. Hand with the ball back after that muff of the punt by Darrell Noble, who then recovered. The Guilford man did run off the field. Ryan Milligan looking to throw long. That's Darrell Noble out there. Incomplete pass near the sideline. We have 1 minute left in the first half.
T.J. Brown, number 3 on the coverage of Darrell Noble. Exactly 1 minute to go to halftime. And I bet you the concession stand might be just a little bit busy with some coffee and hot chocolate at halftime.
I think the hot chocolate will go well today. Second down for Hand. 3 receivers to the right and run back up the middle by Dan Anderson. He's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for a yard.
Third down.
It was a big hit down there by number 56, Greg Anastasio, again in on the stop for the Indians.
Dan Anderson had a full head of steam and he went down quick. Right on his nose. 40 seconds left. Clock is running. 3rd and 8 for Hand.
Wallaby and Sullivan are out to the right.
This time Milligan rolling right. He dodges one man. Now he's going to throw long. Looking for Wallaby down there. Incomplete, overthrown on the sideline. Brings up 4th down and long for Hand with 17 seconds left in the half.
Mike Hominick, number 6, is in to punt for Daniel Hand. With 17 seconds left to go, they'll just punt the ball back. Deep for the Indians is number 3, T.J. Brown, and number 8, Danny Loomis.
Mike Hominick set to punt, and with short time remaining, a good punt by Hominick. Fair catch at the 23 by Guilford.
10 seconds to go to the half, and the Tigers lead it by the score of 21-0.
That was a good punt by Mike Hominick. Got it deep, no run back. Near the sideline. He was probably aiming for the sideline. Guilford may take a shot at a long one here or just let the clock run out in the half. If it stays in bounds, it's only one play and a half. He's looking long this time. And it's an incomplete pass up near the 45. We got 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
Pass incomplete. 3 seconds to go in the half.
Josh Powell laid out a nice soft pass there, but he overthrew it. His intended receiver was number 45, Ian Andrews, 6'2", 215-pound tight end.
A couple more receivers are checking in the ball game.
This time Guilford has trips to the right. 3 receivers to the right.
Dan Loomis, T.J. Brown.
Be the last play of the half. And he's just going to throw it high. And a lot of black shirts there. Time runs out, no flags. The first half ends with Daniel Hand High School leading the Guilford Indians 21-0. And a good first
In the ball game in the first quarter, well, the score could have been 27-0. But big game so far for senior quarterback Ryan Milligan. He has 2 touchdowns. He has an interception. He has a fumble recovery. The offensive line doing a great job blocking.
And now Ryan's going to go sell coffee and hot chocolate over to the concession stand.
If this was professional sports, he might come in after the game and go up to the general manager and say, I want a raise.
We will end the first half on that high note and get a bit of the halftime performance of the Daniel Hand High School marching band at half, and then back to you at third quarter.
Under the direction of Richard.
A raffle winner. The winning ticket
And we'll see
has
if
been
the Indians
played.
made any adjustments at halftime. Chris Ott, the sophomore, covered that kickoff return, number 25. Last week against, or not last week, 10 days ago against East Haven, Chris had 2 85-yard kickoff returns against the Yellow Jackets.
Greg Welby made an adjustment. He kept it in bounds. Guilford with the ball first in the second half. Quarterback rolls to the left, and he's going to keep. Going to be brought down, and the ball is comes loose, but on the ground.
Jeff Monroe on the stop for the Tigers.
Monroe makes a tackle. It's going to be a gain of about 1.5 yards, and that's all.
Tigers lead it 21-0, and we're just starting the third quarter from Strong Field in Madison.
And Gabe, I might make comment. Hartford Courant a week ago had a very interesting article about home fields and home field advantage. And the top of the list in the whole state of Connecticut was Strong Field, because the wind blows strong and it's cold down here, and visitors don't like to come in here. It's a complete pass, a very good pass, caught by number 3.
Up at the 40-yard line, and that was a fine pass by Josh Powell of the Indians.
First down for Guilford on a good-looking pass play.
TJ's a big target for Powell. He goes 6'4", 170 pounds.
Guilford with the ball just across the 40. We played 1 minute in the third quarter. Hand is leading 21-0. Guilford with 2 receivers to the left. And a run to the right. That's their good runner, Levitt. He's bulldogged down over out of bounds by TJ Naylor.
About 6 yards.
TJ Naylor was trying to tackle a lot bigger man there. Brought him down, however, with about a 6-yard gain.
Setting the Tigers up front, Colin Johnson, Matt Mesa, Ryan Conley, and Jack Suppes.
2nd and 4 for Guilford. They keep those 2 receivers to the left. And they run to the right again. Going to be stopped a yard or so short of a first down.
Somebody got a hold of Josh Powell's jersey, number 7, the quarterback. It's ripped up to his armpit.
Matt Mesa makes the tackle.
Flopping around there in the breeze.
3rd and a little over a yard. If Guilford could march this right down and score, Gabe, we're a long ways from over in this game.
That's true.
It's a run to the right, and he's going to be stopped short.
Short of the first down.
He's going to be stopped short of the 50-yard line. He needs to get across it to get a first.
We're going to mark that ball, maybe just a half-yard gain on that.
No gain on the play. 4th and a long run.
I didn't see who got in on that tackle, but it was an excellent defensive play by hand. 4th and 1, punt formation. Darrell Noble dropping back to receive the punt. He dropped down near the 15. That's the quarterback. It's the punter. And that's a pretty good punt. Darrell Noble feels it, drops it, picks it up, and they're going to be buried down there at about the 12-yard line, 13.
Davis Chamberlain, number 11, made the tackle.
Noble upended by Chamberlain.
Hand had a blocking wall set up on the near side of the field, but Darrell Noble couldn't handle the ball on a cold day. It's about 20 degrees today out here.
The Tigers will start deep in their own end at about the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 with 9:19 to go in the third quarter.
Chad Taylor over the ball at center. Matt Mesa, Ryan Connolly on the right side, and Milligan is carrying right behind them across the 15 for a 2-yard gain.
Ryan slipped a bit heading upfield, picked up maybe 1.5 yards or so.
Ryan Milligan has the tape clear around his shoes, and I don't think he has much tread showing there.
2 wide receivers in for the Tigers, Sullivan and Walby. It's 2nd and 8 for Hand.
Deacon Silius and Elting are into the line this time on the right side. And that's Darrell Noble. Noble breaks through and short of a first down.
Noble up the middle for Hand. Picks up about 5.
John Massarello with the arm tackle on Darrell Noble.
3rd and 3 for Hand. Darrell Noble made a spin and could not keep his balance, however.
Scotty Roberts checks in ball game for the Tigers, and Timmy Sullivan comes out. And both of those wide receivers, Wallaby and Roberts, are out to the left side.
Roberts in the slot right to the left. Ryan Milligan's going to roll left, and he's going to bring it down and run it. If they can block that one man, he's got some room to go. Gets a first down to the 35.
First down.
25, excuse me.
Josh Paul ran him out at the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and they're on the move once again.
Ryan Milligan needed one block there, and he played off of the block and picked up the first down. And again, Ryan Milligan is a good runner with the ball. He's very fast.
That was number 34, Darrell Noble, leading the way for Ryan Milligan.
Most defensive teams don't expect the quarterback to be one of the fastest players on the team. Darrell Noble is met behind the line of scrimmage, loses a yard.
Brian White, number 55 for the Indians on the stop.
Little loss on the play, 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Well, it's just short of the 25.
Ryan Supernaut, number 80, comes in the ball game, gives the play to Ryan Milligan, and Greg Wilby comes out.
Andy Elting and Matt Deaconcilius are the left side of the line. Matt Mesa, Ryan Connolly on the right side. This is Darrell Noble. Noble gets a good gain.
They'll mark that short of the 35-yard line, close to a first down.
Right
That's about a 9-yard gain.
Close to a first down. 3rd and 1.
He made about 10 yards on that, but they needed 11, so it's 3rd and 1. Darrell Noble turned on the speed and outran some tacklers on the near sideline to bring it up close. That's a power eye. And they're handing it off to Monroe, and he's going to be short. He has to cross the 35, and I don't think he did it.
He's going to be very, very close. It depends on where his forward momentum.
The referee has his foot down there.
Ball appears to be just shy of the first down.
Looks like they may just be short.
Ken, I think this is just going to be inches short, and it's going to be interesting to see if they are that short, what Steve will do with a 4th and short.
I know what he'll do. He's going to punt. They don't want to give Guilford any cheap ones down here.
That's a first down.
First down.
Just by the nose of the football.
I think that line had a squiggle in it there. It didn't quite look like it was going to make it from this angle. First down for Hand. Our Guilford friends next to us here didn't like that measurement.
That was the old John Madden, the left foot, the right foot spot. I guess it was the left foot spot for the first down.
I don't think they had that marker quite in the right place on the far sideline. First down for Hand, however, at the 35. Hand off to Darrell Noble. Noble gets to about 3.
Noble jostles up the middle for about 3 yards.
Darrell Noble gains about 3 yards. And there's something interesting out here. Gabe, you notice the chains over there. One of them is right on the 35 and the other one's a foot short of the 45. I don't believe they got a full
full 10 yards.
There's a flag down and a tackle is made out of bounds, thrown out hard.
Noble with the carry.
Josh Paul on the stop also with
that flag is thrown in Hand's backfield.
The Tigers.
Illegal motion by against Hand.
That'll push the Tigers back.
2nd and 12.
Darrell Noble gets tackled hard on this frozen ground whenever Guilford can wrap him up.
No, days like this, Kent, you get hit in where you have no protection in the ribs or the stomach or in the calf. It's going to sting for a while.
Well, we played half of the 3rd quarter already, and no scoring yet in this quarter. 2nd and 12, however, for Hand at the 33. Milligan in trouble back there, and now he's still in trouble. Outruns a man on the sideline, takes it forward for
Milligan
6 or 7.
Trouble crosses.
Ryan Milligan's speed got him out of trouble there. He had about 3 tacklers zeroed in on him.
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Jeff Monroe comes in with the play for Hand. Danny Anderson comes out.
Jeff Monroe brings in that 6-yard play here.
3rd and 6 with 2 wide receivers.
Milligan, Ryan Milligan, the quarterback, and he's going to throw a slant in, aim for Walby, incomplete, a little behind him. A little behind him, a hard one to catch on a cold day.
That ball was tipped by Matt Libby, number 28, before it reached Greg Walby.
4th down, hand will punt. Mike Hominick, punt formation. Guilford drops 2 men. Back near the 25.
That's T.J. Brown, number 3.
A good snap, and Hominick hits a low one. It's going to hit and roll, and Tim Sullivan's right with it, picks it up at about the 27-yard line.
Hominick's punt goes to the 28-yard line.
I see Mike Hominick has a new addition to his uniform. He's wearing a red sweatband or so around his left leg.
32-yard kick.
He also has a hand warmer. That's got to be tough on a punter who doesn't get a lot of action except to get into the game periodically to punt. He needs to be able to handle that ball cleanly. Guilford with the ball back now. 1st down at the 28. Handed off right up the middle, gains 2 at most.
Ryan Connolly and Danny Anderson on the stop for the Tigers.
And Kingsley.
On that play, the Indians have 3 wide receivers to the left.
Zach Suppes, Ryan Connolly, Matt Mesa, Colin Johnson are the front 4 there. On the outside of them are Jeff Monroe. On this side, Mark Bergami on the far side.
Ken, I think they're discussing, I thought maybe they might have, they're going to make Josh Powell take his jersey off because it's ripped in the back, and that's what they're doing over on the sidelines. Either he's going to change numbers or they're going to try to mend the jersey. Now, I see them with a new jersey. He's going to be putting on a new number.
Well, we'll figure out what number it is. We'll take a break for an equipment repair here and back soon. The quarterback for Guilford is now wearing number 27. Josh Powell, he up to this point was wearing number 7, but that one got a few rips. Got a few rips in it. Handed to the right side, and Mark Bergami makes the tackle. Mark Bergami wraps up the man.
Bergami there to make the stop on Levitt.
Just rode him right down the
loss on the play.
Down the line of scrimmage and did not let him turn upfield. Lost a yard. So their good running back Levitt has not had much chance to run. He's picked up some good short yardage, but nothing real long. 3 receivers to the left this time for Guilford. Roll left, looking to pass. Now they're going to throw back to the far side, and a good play by Guilford. That's a tough one. 1st down near midfield.
That's their big tight end, number 45, Ian Andrews. He goes 6'2", 215 pounds.
That was a good-looking screen pass, thrown clear back across to the far sideline and picked up the 1st down.
Yards. 1st down, Guilford, right near midfield.
They had 3 receivers to the near side of the field, but they threw the screen back to the tight end on the other side. That's a little imagination on play calling. 1st down, good play. Ball's at the 49. Quarterback still got it, looking to throw. Across the middle, complete pass to number 45. Andrews again, tackled by Milligan at the 25.
Babjak's pass to Anderson. Good for 25 yards and a 1st down at the Tiger 25-yard line.
That was Ian Andrews, the big tight end, and he's been the target of a number of passes today. He had a ball stripped from him on one similar to that one earlier in the game, but a long gainer for Guilford down to the 25. We have about 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Quarterback rolling to the right. He's going to throw again. He's out of bounds. Out of bounds. There's a flag down late.
Pass incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
Flag is thrown after the play was over.
A holding penalty?
No, the quarterback was past the line of scrimmage.
Forward pass. Quarterback was beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball.
That's a loss of down penalty, I believe.
Not much time left to go in the third quarter. 3:56 to go. The Tigers still lead it by the score of 21-0, and Ryan Milligan comes out of the ball game limping a bit.
He's got a limp. I think they're going to work on a cramp, or Milligan.
And we should see Scott Roberts warming up on
5-yard
the
penalty
sidelines.
and loss of down. 2nd and 15.
5-yard penalty and loss of down on that one.
He's pointing to his calf muscle.
Ryan Milligan is being working a cramp out of his right leg. In filling his spot in there is sophomore Josh Stillwell, number 12, at the deep safety position. 2nd down and long for Guilford. Powell looking to throw, and they're setting up another screen probably. It's a long pass play, broken up on the sideline. That's Josh Powell.
That was broken up by number 21, TJ Naylor.
Incomplete.
And number 12 also there. Josh Stillwell just into the game for Milligan, was right there, was on the sideline.
TJ Naylor goes 5'8", and that big receiver, number 3, TJ Brown, goes 6'4", so there's a big height differential there.
3rd down and 15 for Guilford at the 29. That play took too long. There were a lot of defenders flooding over covering receivers by the time the pass got there.
Ryan Conley had a good pursuit on that too.
3rd and 15. Josh Powell looking to throw again across the middle. Incomplete pass. Sullivan and Stillwell were the 2 defenders back there.
Brown incomplete. 4th down and 15.
Kent, this is going to be 4th and 15 for the Indians.
Trailing by 3 touchdowns, I have no doubt, but they'll go for it. At the 29, they need 15 yards.
Ryan Milligan is back up on his feet on the sidelines. Getting a little drink of water. Scott Roberts is still warming up, throwing to Greg Wildy.
Big 4th down play for Guilford. This is very big for Guilford. They need a score here to get back in the game, and they could get back in the game if they get a quick score. It's going to be a pass play. Quarterback slips a little bit. It's complete pass down near the goal, and he's going to score. Touchdown for Guilford.
TJ Brown, number 3, the big wide receiver. I think that's his 7th touchdown of the season.
21-6 Tigers.
His favorite quarterback, Josh Powell.
A 4th and 15. Guilford not only gets the first down, they get the touchdown, and it's 21-6.
Guilford finally gets on the board with 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. And the Indians band playing away across the way.
Levitt, their tailback, is also their kicker to try the conversion. It's a snap down, kicked up, and that one is good.
21-7, Tigers.
I thought for a minute there he might have pulled that one to the left.
Looked like it from our angle up here at the top of the press.
21-7 with about 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Guilford's making a bid to get back in this game with that score. Guilford gets on the board with 3:28 left in the third quarter, and they're a high-scoring team, Gabe. They normally score a lot of points. Back deep to receive are Darrell Noble and Jeremy Friedler. It's kicked to the far side, and near Friedler is going to bounce. He picked up at a 14, and Friedler is trying to turn the corner. He's not going to get the corner. There's a flag down.
He was taken down there by number 25, Chris Ott, the sophomore.
A flag down.
Chris Ott tackles Friedler
holding against the Tigers.
The illegal block.
On the play, holding against Hand.
Hand's going to start deep in their own territory.
Ryan Milligan is back in the ball game, number 11.
If Hand should make a mistake down here, this game is a new ball game almost. They're going to start the...
They're going to start it off at about the 8-yard line.
About the 8,
First
yeah.
and 10 for the Tigers at their own 8-yard line with 3 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Ryan Milligan back in the game after working out a cramp. Jeff Monroe at fullback. Monroe blocking ahead of Darrell Noble, who brings it to the 10, and he's hammered.
Taken down there by the linebacker number 55, Ryan White, for no gain.
2-yard gain for Darrell Noble.
After a short gain, 2nd down and 8.
So the Indian defense is going to stiffen up here. And they're going to try to get the ball back.
Chad Taylor over the ball at center. Vero Kishwala is in at right guard. Matt DeConcilius at right tackle. Pitch wide to Noble on the left side, and Noble got a big hole and should have a first down.
I tell you what,
Almost
that play was number 64, Ryan Connolly, with a good block. He had a good seal block, and Darrell Noble cut along on the inside and came up for the first down.
That takes a hand out of a big hole, almost to the 20. First down.
They got a fresh set of 4 downs with 2:25 to go in the third quarter.
With a lead on a cold day and back deep in their own territory, I'm sure Hand will run the ball most of the time. Noble again with some blocking ahead of him. Cuts it back. Got a good gain again. Another first down, about 12 yards.
Ryan Connolly again with the big block, and that's what sprung that play for about 11, 12-yard gain for number 34, Darrell Noble.
Greg Welby also down there laying a block ahead of the run. That was a good-looking play. Darrell Noble was being escorted by at least 3 black shirts ahead of him for a ways. Made a good cutback, got the first down.
Middle linebacker for the Indians, number 55, Brian White, was showing blitz on that last play.
Handed off to Jeff Monroe. Monroe still going forward. He's gained about 4 yards.
Davis Chamberlain on the initial hit for the Indians, number 11.
Jeff Monroe, a tough 4 yards. Let's give credit to the blockers up in the middle there for Hand. Chad Taylor, Matt Mesa, Vero Kishwala, Ryan Connolly, James Kingsley at tight end. Matt DeConcilius, 74, is there. And they're pounding it right at Guilford. Darrell Noble hits the line of scrimmage, goes forward for 1 or 2.
Brings up a 3rd down.
He's taken down there by number 11.
And 2 yards
Davis
to go, a short 2.
Third.
Chamberlain goes 6'1", 205 pounds for the Indians.
3rd and about 2 for Hand. We're inside of a minute left in the third quarter. 2 receivers to the left. Need a first down on this play. Pitch wide to Darrell Noble. Noble's got a little room. Breaks a tackle, breaks another one, got a first down.
Josh Powell, number 27, hanging on to Darrell's shirt, pulled him down. And not until they got the first down, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers with 33 seconds to go in the third quarter.
First down, Hand. And so far they're doing what they want to do here. Keep the clock running, hang on to the ball, and keep it away from Guilford. 18 seconds. And that's Jeff Monroe up the middle, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter as he is hogtied.
Indian defense, led by number 55, Brian White, and number 56, Greg Anastasio.
That will be the last play of the third quarter, and Hand will take a 21-7 lead into the final 12 minutes of the season.
With the score, Daniel Hand, 21, Guilford 7.
We welcome Steve Fust back on camera, replacing Paul Sprague, who's gone down to thaw his fingers. It's a tough job on a cold day. And 2nd down and 9. Ryan Milligan looking to throw, and there's Greg Welby. Welby's got a lot of blockers. Needs to get by one man. Greg Welby heading for the end zone. Greg Welby, a screen pass and lots of blockers. No flags.
That was a slant in by Greg Welby. That was about a 48-yard touchdown for the Tigers.
62 yards for a
62 yards, rather.
Now just behind midfield. That was a good-looking play, a slant in from the right side. Greg Walby caught it, and there were nothing but black shirts there. One defensive man that he had to clear out, and had to make sure that there wasn't an illegal block on him.
Tigers came back and answered Guilford's touchdown.
And Walby, after scoring a touchdown, now gets to try the conversion. Snap back, kick up. Greg Walby puts it through. Hand lead 28-7. That's what good teams do. When the other team scores on you, you answer them.
They came right back, and that play was well designed, well executed.
Greg Walby set the kickoff back to Guilford, and so far he's kicked every kickoff on the ground, and another ground ball, and that hit the Guilford man.
And that could be Tiger football.
I don't know who's got that one. The referee doesn't know who's got it either. They give it to Guilford, but it did hit a Guilford man and bounced away from him. It wasn't an onside kick, but it had the effect of one. Good field position, however, for Guilford at about the 42.
11:39 to go in the fourth quarter in the final game of the 1996 season for the Tigers.
Hand scored that fourth touchdown in the first 15 seconds of the fourth quarter. And that's Josh Powell looking to throw, and an incomplete pass. There's a flag in late.
I don't know. That might be offensive interference on that play.
James Kingsley was right there and actually had the best shot at catching the ball. The offensive man tried to come over his back.
Interference against.
I think so, because some of the
two teams.
Indian players seem to be a bit upset.
It is against Guilford. I was going to say, boy, if that is an interference call against Kingsley, that's a misjustice, because Kingsley had the position.
Kit number 27 for the Indians is Josh Powell. Earlier in the ball game, he had his jersey ripped. So if you're watching, that's still the starting quarterback who originally was wearing number 7. He's now wearing number 27.
So 15-yard penalty and loss of down. Second and 25.
James Kingsley dropped back from middle linebacker and had the position. The intended receiver tried to run over him or through him to get the ball. It's a run to the right, and here comes Levitt to the 30.
Kingsley makes a stop on Levitt after about a 5-yard gain.
They get 5 yards back. It's going to be 3rd and 20.
James Levitt. They'll give him 5 yards anytime to keep the clock running in the fourth quarter with a 3-touchdown lead. Matt Mesa, Ryan Connolly in the middle of that line. Zach Suppies is 82. Colin Johnson is 26. That's Josh Powell being sacked in the backfield. Jeff Monroe.
Josh Powell
with the sack.
Jeff Monroe, another big loss for Guilford.
They'll spot that ball at about the 20-yard line, just a little bit past the 20-yard line.
And Guilford needs 30 yards for a first down.
It's 4th and a country mile for the Indians.
4th and 31. Punt formation. Darrell Noble drops back. And that was kind of a disaster series for Guilford. It's going to be a poor kick. They're going to go out of bounds, it looks like, on the far sideline, short of the 40. About the 38.
The Tigers will get the ball in good field position with 10:10 to go in the ball game. And Kent, while we have time, I'd like to mention a special program coming up on Channel 18 next month, December 5th at 7 o'clock. The big man in the red suit, Santa Claus, will be at our studios for a live call-in program. So that's this upcoming December 6th at 7 o'clock, Channel 18.
7 to 8, the kids can call in and talk to Santa Claus. They do it every year. Here's Ryan Milligan rolling left. Got a stiff arm, and he's going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage. Inbounds, clock's running.
Number 27, Guilford's quarterback Josh Powell in on the stop, and there's a player shaking up on the field.
That's Milligan down.
Milligan, number 11.
Ryan Milligan is down after being tackled near the sideline. We'll have an injury timeout. Scott Roberts is set to go into the game. We don't know the extent of it. They do have him off of the playing field.
And I think he's got another cramp in his leg. They're bending his leg back. Scott Roberts, number 8, is in the quarterback for the Tigers with 9:57 to go in the fourth quarter. They lead it by the score of 28-7.
Second down and 11, and Milligan lost a yard on that trying to circle the left end. Scott Roberts looking to throw, and he's throwing long. Defensive man was right in on him.
And I don't think it's serious. Ryan Milligan is looks like he's cramping up. They're bending both of his legs back like they did earlier in the ball game. And that's what this scene is, nothing serious.
That is 56 is Greg Anastasio. He's 6'3", 240 tackle. He was in on Scott Roberts that time. Third down and 11.
Third and 11 for the Tigers. We got Timmy Sullivan and Greg Wall. They split out to the right side for quarterback Scott Roberts.
And Roberts is looking to throw. Now he gets rid of it. Incomplete pass. Nobody there. Flag down.
Flag down on the play.
Pass around the incomplete.
Looks like an illegal receiver downfield for the Tigers.
That will bring up 4th and long for a hand. I don't know how Scott Roberts got that one away. He safely threw it out in no man's land there where nobody could get to it. Mike Hominick back to punt. He will probably aim this one for the sideline. He'll hit it near midfield. Chris Gavin, the long snapper for hand. It's a good snap, there's no rush. And it's going to be punted near the sideline and
Saved at the 1 foot line.
Stopped at the 1 yard line. Tim Sullivan was down there to cover, and Dan Brand.
Ball is down. Touchback.
Now they call it a touchback. That's probably the right call because the man did slide into the end zone. The ball never got into the end zone, but the
I think the ball was down. It wasn't moving at all around the 1 foot line, and then Timmy Sullivan went into the end zone.
One referee called it down on the 1, and he was overruled by another referee.
Referees ruled that the Tiger player was in the end zone and the ball was down.
.9:18 left in the game. It's a run to the right side and wrapped up by Matt Mesa.
That's Levitt on the carry.
James Levitt gains a couple yards. And that play is not a very imaginative one, trailing by 3 touchdowns and the clock running on you. We're inside of 9 minutes. Gain 2 yards. This time Guilford splits 2 men to the right. And looks like a pass play. Jeff Monroe putting pressure on the quarterback, is thrown across the middle. Complete pass, good pass.
C.J. Brown, number 3, went up and caught that ball and used all of his height of 6'4", and brought it down for the Indians.
Tackled by Josh Stillwell. That ball had to be laid right in there over a couple of defenders and under another one, but a first down for Guilford. Good looking pass. Nice catch.
Number 12, Josh Stillwell, is in the ball game, replacing Ryan Milligan in the defensive backfield.
And Guilford will probably pass most of the time from here on. They've got a good passer. And Levitt is stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
For about a 5-yard loss.
They should have listened to me, Gabe. Zach Suppy's in on that tackle. A run into the line isn't going to do it at this point for Guilford, but those pass plays can be very dangerous. Second down, about 14 at the 35. The clock is running. Pass play for Powell, incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver. It hit right between the 8 and the 0 on the receiver, and he couldn't hang on.
That was Dave Sterling, sophomore, for the Indians.
3rd and 14 for Guilford.
That stops the clock with 7:30 to go in the ball game. Ball's at the 35-yard line.
3rd and about 14, and we'll probably see another pass play. Hand is trying to keep them from getting a long one on them.
Got to keep an eye on number 45.
Josh Powell. And almost
out of the hands of Josh Stillwell.
Josh Stillwell got both hands on it, but couldn't hang on. And he was the only man around that pass, it looked like. 4th down coming up. Was there a receiver over there?
I didn't see one in the area. Either that ball was thrown short.
It was thrown hot. Punt formation for Guilford. Hand is not sure they believe it. Now a man comes in late to block for Guilford. Back is Tim Sullivan to receive. And it's a high kick. Tim Sullivan makes a catch and drops it, and Guilford recovers.
Number 45.
Tim Sullivan cannot handle the punt. Guilford
That's number 45, Ian Andrews.
Fumble inside the 40-yard line.
Tight end for Guilford on the fumble recovery.
Will take over.
Number 45 for Guilford, Andrews, has played a good game. He's been in a lot of plays, both sides of the ball. There was a floating kick that Tim Sullivan muffed the punt and could not recover. Well, Guilford another life down at the 40. This game isn't over yet, Gabe. It's going to run back to the left, and that's Levitt, and Levitt got some big yardage this time. Stillwell is trying to bring him down, but James Levitt takes it in for Guilford, their second score. Cuts the lead to 2 touchdowns.
That was a good play by the Indians going off the left side. Levitt did some magical work running down the sidelines, eluding Josh Stillwell and staying in bounds for the second touchdown for the Indians.
The conversion try coming for Guilford. Snapped back and put down and kicked up good. 28-14. I believe that was the score of last year's game, wasn't it, Gabe?
I think so.
28-14.
Ryan Milligan, number 11, is back up on his feet. He's been taking a lot of fluids, and it seems like he's having a problem with cramps in the ball game here in the second half. It's a little unusual to see that in the cool weather. Usually you see that when the weather is warm and you get dehydrated, that you cramp up a bit.
Guilford has cut the lead in half, 28-14. We have just over 7 minutes left. And Gabe, we were just talking, this is a place you might see an onside kick.
I think we will see it. Guess they onside.
No, they got to kick it away, and it's kicked to Darrell Noble at the 20. Noble swinging to the right. He's got blocking ahead of him. If he can turn the corner, Darrell Noble is spun down at the 40.
That's a nice 20-yard return for Darrell Noble. Tigers will take it at the 40-yard line, and that touchdown pass of Ryan Milligan to Greg Wallaby to put the 28 points on the board. Their 4th touchdown is all important because they lead it by the score of 28-14 with 6:52 to go in the ball game.
Hand would have been about at this position with a ball, and Guilford with one less touchdown had they fielded a punt a little bit ago. They will keep the ball on the ground and try to run clock. That's Darrell Noble for about 8 yards.
Darrell Noble off the right side.
We don't know what his yardage is today, but I would think he's got his 100 yards again today. There.
I was going to say Brian White was shaking up on that play.
Okay, we do have a Guilford man that's slow getting up. Goes off. We'll mention one more time that Darrell Noble has gained over 1,000 yards for the second consecutive season. There are 10 players in Hand's history who have gained 1,000 yards, and Darrell Noble is one of them. He's done it twice. That's Jeff Monroe, first down across the 50. One of the others that's gained 1,000 yards on that list is Eric Hamill, who was the tailback right before Darrell Noble. He did it 2 years in a row. But Darrell Noble is probably close to somewhere close to 1,200 yards for this year. And takes a timeout before the play. 6:20 showing on the clock. This next play, after Hand takes a timeout, let's talk just a minute about the season this year. Hand is 6-3-1. Played 5 of the top 10 teams in the state this year. They have had an excellent season. That's Mark Bergami. It's going to be thrown for about a 7 or 8 yard loss.
A host of Indians stop Bergami on the play for a loss of 5 yards.
One of the games that Hand has played against one of the good teams is Hamden.
Which they played to a tie. Played
to a tie on that one, and that's the only blemish on Hamden's record this year. So they've done extremely well this season with the toughest schedule in the state. Second down and about 19. Pitch to Darrell Noble. Noble, a big hole. Noble through a hole. Still going. Darrell Noble got the first down and more. Heading for the sideline. Darrell Noble.
They're going to mark him out at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, about the 15. Darrell Noble.
15-yard line.
There's a flag down way down in the end zone. What is that one?
John.
He just couldn't tightrope down the sideline.
He was pushed out at the 15, but the flag was thrown. The man pursuing Darrell Noble in the end zone may have been roughing the unnecessary roughness down there after the play.
Darrell Noble got through the grass with number 25, Chris Ott.
I'm sure he's got his 100 yards with that one. Now, I would expect that they're going to mark off a penalty right from that 15 now, half the distance to the goal. I believe somebody, the defensive man pursuing Darrell Noble after he went out of the end zone, shoved him into the fence down there or something. First down for Hand at about the 7.
I couldn't see around the corner on that past the camera. It looked like he was going out at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you and I were both looking along the sideline to see if the referee was going to say he stepped out of bounds, which he did.
I saw his left foot step out just prior to the 10.
That was an excellent run by Darrell Noble, though. He's made a lot of them this year. We're going to miss seeing him
that was
next year.
Second effort by the senior. But I tell you, they're going to come back next year with, 3 good fullbacks in Sean Manley, Jeff Monroe, and Danny Anderson.
Danny Anderson, yeah.
5 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the 1996 season. Tigers lead at 28-14, and they're knocking on the door once again.
First and goal.
I notice Chris Gavin is in at center, and number 70, Ed Drew, is in at guard.
Then we've got Ryan Connolly and Matt Mesa in the backfield.
And there goes Ryan Connolly carrying the ball, for goodness sakes.
That was Ryan Connolly taking the ball for the Tigers.
Chad Taylor in the backfield.
The nose tackle is carrying a ball.
5-yard line.
Okay.
That's a new one.
Is Mike Dick on the sidelines? No, is the refrigerator Perry?
We need the fridge in there, don't we? And 75, Chad Taylor blocking, Matt Mesa, Ryan Connolly, 3 linemen are in the backfield. And they're giving it to Matt Mesa. Matt Mesa takes it in.
Co-captain Matt Mesa, number 52, puts more points on the board with 4:42 to go. I wonder, is that his first career touchdown? Or
probably is. Matt Mesa kind of puts a cap on this season. The co-captain for Hand, who has played so well all year, extends the lead to 34-14 with a conversion try coming up. Ed Drew and Andy Elting were both in there.
he ran that ball like he didn't want to be denied a touchdown.
With a center and a tackle in the backfield ahead of him blocking. There's a flag before we get this play started. Took too much time. Greg Walby's going to move it back 5 and try it from a little farther out.
Greg Walby will try to tack on the 35th point in this ball game.
This is going to be a 25-yard extra point. Greg Walby in to try the kick. Scott Roberts the holder. It's a bad snap. Greg Walby is going to throw it now, and it's intercepted. He was aiming for Kingsley. Kingsley was open if he could have thrown it a little further.
That was intercepted by number 27, the Indians quarterback, Josh Powell.
Had a good play on the ball. That takes the score to 34-14 with 4:46 left in the game. And ready to kick off back to Guilford after extending a lead to 34-14. Greg Walby to kick off. And this time he's going to hit a spiral. Fielded, dropped at the 15, run right up the middle.
That's Chris Ott.
A lot of black shirts, but he brings it clear to the 35. Good return by Guilford. Guilford has a man limping after that one. Josh Powell, the quarterback for Guilford, has been going uphill all day today, trying to get his team on the board. It's a pass play across the middle, incomplete pass.
Josh Stillwell got his hands on that one.
Josh Stillwell knocks it down.
Pass incomplete.
That was aimed at their number 45, Andrews. Big tight end. He's a good player.
Josh Stillwell is only a sophomore. He goes 5'11", 145 pounds. He has 2 years remaining with the Tigers before he graduates. Mike Hominick comes in, number 6. TJ Naylor comes out in the defensive backfield.
And Hand will probably start substituting most everyone here before long if they can hold Guilford down. That's Levitt running back to this side. Matt Mesa has a hold of his shirt, helped out by Hominick.
Carries the ball. Mike Hominick makes the stop for the Tigers.
Matt Mesa had the man by the shirt tail, but about a 6-yard gain, 5-yard gain. 4 minutes left in the game. Guilford comes into this game with a record of 6-4 on the season. They will finish with a winning season. And another run by Levitt. He should have the first down right across the 45. First down for Guilford.
Down, Indians.
First down at the 46. Hand has been fairly successful in holding down this high-powered offense of Guilford's today. Only 14 points scored. Run again by Levitt, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and the ball's loose. Picked up by Colin Johnson. Colin Johnson picks up the ball. And there's a flag thrown.
Kent, that's a sign of frustration there on the side of the Guilford Indians.
The man got some good yardage, trying to get more, and had the ball knocked loose. And Colin Johnson recovers. That was quickly broken up in the heat of battle. That play had not been thrown dead, however, so the fumble stands.
Stop the altercation.
We have offsetting penalties after the fumble. Hand has the ball.
Kent, some changes going in for the Tigers. I see number 69, Chris Gavin, is in the ball game.
70, Ed Drew is in, and Hand takes a timeout to get everybody in the right position. Hand with the ball. 1st and 10 at the 41 after that fumble recovery. And man falls down. Scott Roberts has to eat the ball. Jeff Monroe's traction failed him there.
He needs studded snow tires on the bottom of this tape.
71, John Gersip is into the game.
And Chad Taylor's coming out. Captain Matt Mason.
And there comes Ryan Connolly out of the game. Ryan Connolly, one of the best linemen I've seen all year of all the teams that Hand has played, actually. If he doesn't become an all-state player this year, I think he's getting the short end of the stick. Scott Roberts hands it off to Jeff Monroe.
The carry for about 3 yards.
Chris Gavin's in the ball game at center, replacing Chad Taylor. Jeff Knowlton is in the ball game.
Sean Manley goes in. Daryl Noble comes out. And Noble's career with Hand is probably over. An excellent career with Hand. And Jeff Monroe out. Dan Brand is in, number 7. He gets the ball. And Brand gets nothing.
And Brand, no gain on the play. Bring up a 4th down.
4th down for Hand. 4th and 8. But the clock is running. We're down near a minute and a half. And Hand has this Thanksgiving Day game, 1996, put away against Guilford, leading by 20 points with a minute and a half left. Mike Hominick to punt. Hominick sort of missed that one, but it may get a good roll. It's going to keep rolling. Dan Brand is going to down it at about the 11-yard line. It turned out a very good punt. That was an ugly punt.
But it got the job done. (34-14) with a minute 10 to go in the 4th quarter.
This is the 24th time that Guilford and Madison have played each other, and this will be Hand's 21st win. One tie. Still got their first string quarterback in the lineup and their first string tailback, and quarterback looking to throw. He's being pursued, and there are men all over the field. Finally ridden out of bounds by Kingsley, one of the few starters still in the game. I think he's probably the only starter still in the game.
Yeah, let's see. Matt Mesa is back in the ball game. Ryan Cochran is back in the ball game.
Mesa and
up front
Kingsley are still there, and Connolly. Those three. We're 1 minute left in the ball game. Sean Manley, number 40, is in there, and he's going to be a good player for Hand. He's a sophomore. Dan Brand is number 7.
Josh Stillwell, number 12. Jeff Knowlton, number 20.
Hunter Morris, 14, is in there. And Hunter Morris slipped and falls down. It's a complete pass down to the 35. That will give Guilford a first down with 53 seconds left.
T.J. Brown on the reception for the Indians.
Josh Powell rolling and being pursued by Matt Mesa. Finally, he has to unload and intercepted by Dan Brand. Knocked in the air by James Kingsley. Kingsley got a hand on it. Dan Brand made a diving interception. Kept this game off with 40 seconds left.
Jim Thistle, number 79, is checked into the ball game.
And there goes Mike Hominick in for the last play or so. Dan Brand is in a tailback after that interception. Scott Roberts takes a knee, let the clock run, and now we've got a little bit of talking in the middle of the line. I think all the talking was by Guilford, and most of the scoring is by hand. The clock is running. Down to 20 seconds and running. I'll take one more snap, one more knee, and Hand will have this game in the books. Hand finishes the season with a good winning record. 7 wins, 3 losses, 1 tie. Playing the toughest schedule in the state of Connecticut, all high schools. The clock runs out on the 1996 Thanksgiving Day game with Daniel Hand High School beating Guilford. We thank our thanks to Gabe Balsama, Paul Sprague, and Steve Fust on the camera today. Our thanks to Frank Tordoff all year, who is in Maine with his mother this weekend. But a very good Thanksgiving Day game where Hand wins with a final score of 34-14. Goodbye.
Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you very much.
You having problems during the ball game in the second half? Was that cramping up in your legs?
Yeah, I don't know. I lose liquid really quick, and that's what happened. Just my muscles just start spazzing, and it just bothers me. It's a huge problem.
It's been a great season. You finished up with 7 victories, 3 losses, and 1 tie. What is your most memorable moment of the 1996 season?
I'd probably have to say right now having Mesa score a touchdown.
When we were up top, Ken Sprague and I, we were looking down and we saw the backfield, and I said, we got Ryan Connolly, we got Matt Mesa, we got Chad Taylor in the backfield. Was that planned during the week if you were ahead?
Yeah.
Did you practice that during the week?
Yeah, it was called the O-line backfield.
Thank you for joining us, and congratulations on a great win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's always wonderful to win on Thanksgiving, and it's always great to beat Guilford, who's, this year especially was a great football team, and, obviously gave us, all that we could handle for a good part of the game, and, a couple of big plays on our part. Our skilled kids really stepped up and did some good things today. We had to count on, we couldn't count today on just blowing people off the ball. Guilford did a real good job of that, defending that, so we had to resort to the other things we do, and it just shows that we can do other things once in a while, but we don't have to very often. So today we did, and we were able to do it. It was great.
Ryan Milligan had a great ball game, both on offense and defense.
I just think it's so terrific that Ryan could go out today with probably the best game maybe he's played as a high school quarterback, and that's as it should be. He's been a great contributor to our program, and it's just it's a way to end kind of an era, the Milligan era, if you will. And he certainly did it in grand style, and he got a little banged up there at the end, and we were able to bring Scotty in, who's going to be a great quarterback for us next year as well. So we're not going to miss a beat at quarterback, which will be great.
It's been an exciting season, and it was an exciting end to the ball game to see Matt Mesa score a touchdown.
We promise our linemen that if we had the opportunity in the game to give them a chance to get up on, notice they all were in 4-point stances, so they weren't about to get in 3-point stances or stand on 2 feet, but that if we had the opportunity, we would give them a chance, and that, and sure enough, I'll tell you, that maybe is what we should have done all year. They looked awfully good. But, you know, we gave Ryan Conley a carry, and Matt was going to get his carry. Then we had a dive play for Chad Taylor. Chad kind of got cheated there because Matt scored, but yeah, it was a lot of fun to be able to do that. And I hope the Guilford people don't take it the wrong way. It's just something that we promised our kids we'd do, and I wouldn't pass up the opportunity to do it and give them that chance. So,
congratulations once again, Coach.
Thanks again for a great year from you guys. Have a nice Thanksgiving, everybody.
Good one. Thanks. Way to end it.
Hey.
That wraps up the 1996 Tiger football season. They finished with a mark of 7 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. And Kent, a very, very exciting season.
An excellent season, and they'll be a strong team next year. I'm looking forward to next year because they get so many of these skilled players back, but it's going to be a shame to miss a few of these guys like Ryan Connolly and Ryan Milligan and the rest of the seniors that are going out this year. But they've had a good season this year. They played the toughest schedule of any high school in the state according to the power rankings all year long, based on the one-loss records of the teams that they played. And 7-3-1 is a pretty good record on that. I thought it would be a good season if they won 6 and lost 5 before the season started. So I thought they finished very strong.
4 victories in a row to finish out the 1996 season. As you said, you know, a lot of good quality ball players coming back next year. A lot of ball players saw a lot of action this year, which was good. They have some experience heading into the 97 season.
So we'll wrap it up at this point. This is Kent Sprague, and beside me is Gabe Balsamo. We appreciate your help all year long. And also Frank Dordoff, who had to go to Maine to visit his mother this weekend. Our camera people have been Steve Fust and Paul Sprague all year. We will wrap it up and say goodbye for the 1996 season. A very good one for Daniel Hand High School Tiger football. See you next year.